Okay, and that is
a chemical like that.
a chemical, a chemical.
Chemical.
Excellent, a chemical. Excellent, no? They emit a chemical, no? Like you said, a pheromone. Okay, could be. Why not? Let's see the answer of number 2. It says they brush Anthony and release a chemical called pheromone. So very good, Claudia, and very good, Camila. No, you two got just the answer of number 2. That is the answer of number 2. Someone can define what is the tandem running, because after this we have the oral explanation, expressing ideas. What is the tandem running? Nicole, according to you.
Miss, I will try, okay?
Sure,
Okay.
always, always.
I think that is a new form to learning.
Okay, it's a new way, it's a new form of learning. Okay. Camila?
It's a special form of recruitment, as the video says.
Okay, it's a way of recruitment. Recruitment, as the video mentioned. What it could be another definition for tandem running? Because this is the key for after viewing. Remember, after this question, you need to discuss a question that you are going to obtain information in this video. How is defined as tandem running? It's a process when an ant leads another to the new home or nest. Sophia, provide this information. Do you agree? The tandem running, it's when one leader guide, no, or teach another one a new concept, a new way. It's like this. Okay, I'm going to put just that part of the video in order that you obtain the information what is the tandem running. Okay, guys?
And they're pretty annoyed about that and pretty angry with me. And so they've got nowhere to live currently, and they're going to have to find a new nest site to live in. And we've offered them at the other end of the arena a poor quality site over here and a really beautiful high quality nest site over there.
The ants begin inspecting their two options. Every time an individual enters or exits the potential nest, a laser beam records its passing. This ant has discovered the good quality nest site. So she returns to the old nest.
So, guys, I don't know if you noticed, but the experiment put two options. So that is the intention, because the ants evaluate which of these two options is the best. But it's only one of them who decide which of these two is the best. So observe the video because it's really crucial, that part. I put the scripts in order that you obtain information more, in order that you take notes for your speaking time.
And reports her findings. There's a brush of antennae. Her body emits a pheromone, a chemical signal. Her sister ant receives the message. Come and see.
They do a very special form of recruitment called tandem running. And that
So here is the answer now. A very special form of recruitment called tandem running. Okay, and what is this? It's where one ant literally leads just a single other nest mate. So it's a way. What is a recruitment? When you lead someone, no? And then call the attention of others to do something. That is recruitment, no? Very good, Camila, and very good, Sophia. So let's see what is the information attached with this.
That's where one ant literally leads just a single other nestmate. And what we've been able to show is that tandem running qualifies as teaching. And
what pleases me is that it was the first case that one could demonstrate teaching in any other animal. Take this idea as a whole concept for your speaking by explaining some ideas, okay?
pleases me is that it was the first case that one could demonstrate teaching in any other animal than ourselves. So the ants are incredibly special.
As for the ants that found the less desirable nest, their reports are less enthusiastic.
Okay, so we clearly define what is tandem running, no? A form of recruitment in which one leader, no, explore and then return by reporting, telling the rest, and invite to go to the other, no, to explore what this first tandem runner, we will say, no, a person who do the tandem running, it's a tandem runner, no, did it. Hello. The tandem runner did it. Okay. Miss, I just okay, sorry. sorry, I was reading a comment. Okay. Any further question before starting after viewing? Because with details we already covered, no? So we go with small groups in order to start with the small sessions in order to practice the speaking. Here we have after viewing. You need to explain your partner. How do you think scientists decide if an action in an animal word qualifies as teaching? Okay, I put exactly the scripts there and what is the tandem running. Okay, so you need to discuss the idea with the partner about this. And then explain your partner, because that is the idea, you need to express your idea. This situation. Imagine the employees in the company have to agree on a new office space. This is a situation, a case, no? What will their process be? How will it be compared with the ants in the examples, no? Because they also, what? We're looking for a new place, no? Where to live, okay? So I don't know if you have already checked the rubrics. My intention in the rubric is that you observe the vocabulary, that language for writing. I would like to listen in your discussion. Everybody got the rubric? If not, I can send you through the chat. Oops, I think I only sent Danny, can you give me a hand by sending through the chat the the rubric? I think I only provide to you because you answered this. Okay, Danny already sent. I don't know if you received Daniela's rubric. What you can observe there? The language for writing. No, Jimena said no. The language for writing, it's already there. What about now, my dear Jimena? Can you see? Can you see the rubric? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So as you can see, there is the functional language. So I'm going to be in small groups, okay? And I would like that you practice, and I'm going to assign you 3 minutes per each group, okay? Ageda, you need to enter.
Oh, sí, ¿no?
To
Okay.
talk about the type, I think, I guess, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So remember when you start any session, no? Imagine I say, okay, Pepito, Jaimito, and you. Okay, start the discussion. So assume it will be first that you take the first option. Why? Because you can start by saying, may I start? Sure. Okay, guys, what do you think about the first question? And then you stop, no? And then your friends start talking, and then, yes, I agree with the first question with blah, 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 blah. But you start. So if you start at the beginning, wow, at least you did something great. Okay, so let's going to start. 1, 2, 3, go.
What do you think, guys, about how the scientists work with the ants?
I think that is so. It's a fact important and so interesting for us to learn about that because, well, for my part, uh, I don't know more about that, but now I'm learning, and it's good. I think that is interesting. What do you
Mhm.
think, Ariana?
Okay. In my opinion, I think that it's so important that we know about these new experiments because we are in a world that all now is the principle is the technology, and now we have a lot of different um, types of that we can know more about. For example, in this case, ants and how they live and how they are all like all their work. And yes, how do you think, Leonardo?
I don't believe it's when two ants cooperate with each other. I don't believe it's actually teaching. It's more like they follow the they follow a favorable situation to search for example, their safety. Everything is actually that, and ants teaches the others to go to this place. They just let's say they just follow their instinct or something, or most likely they follow examples.
Well, I think that this experiment is pretty um, interesting because, as we know, we all see like the ants walking together like a line, and but we didn't know like how they work, how they communicate, and it's very interesting that some scientists want to know that. And like in the video says, it's the first uh, species, the first animal to demonstrate teaching. So I don't know. What do you think, Camila?
I think that it's important to know the behavior of ants because as a species we can guide by some of their behaviors. For example, teamwork adapting it to human beings will benefit us.
Stop. I'm going to give you feedbacks. All of you did a great turn of runs, okay? Sounds great. I continue and you flow with this. I obtain from you, most of you obtain information from the video and put it in your comment. What is my final suggestion is point out situations like you use sometimes as you compare with one of these ants. How many of you fall the same situations, for example, when you are good at mathematics? and you tell someone or invite someone to explore, to teach, no? Camila point out one example that says more information about this. Belen also mentioned about the idea of that is something that we never seen before in other animals. And this little tiny, no? That we always observe in line, we didn't know exactly what they were doing, but they demonstrate a great what? Example of teaching, no? So that is the idea. How many times a friend tells you what to do or where to go? And you knew, and then you have to decide, no? Put that kind of personal example. For example, I remember when I was the first time I went to, I don't know, San Antonio school or in any situations, and I was with a friend, I passed the same as the aunt. I don't know what motivates or impulse to my friend to go through this way. And I needed to decide. I don't know if the ants need to take their own decisions to say no, yes, or probably you most of the time follow the leader just because it's your friend. So that is something you need to continue the conversation, put it contextual things. Then I will say, oh yes, Belen, I passed the same situation to you. I remember one time, and then the other student is following the idea of the ants. And generates more words, more things. But you need to listen your friend, what your friend is saying. Okay, thank you. Continue with the second question.